Hey everybody, Jen McGillis here, Realtor in Cincinnati, Ohio with Keller Williams. So glad that you could join us today because I actually have a special guest with me. As you can see, I'm sitting next to Dawn Parks.
Hello.
She is one of the best mortgage agents in all of Cincinnati. I refer all of my business to her, and some of my past clients can get on here and can comment about what a great mortgage agent she is. She is a real hustler, and I don't mean that in a negative term. Dawn really will make sure that if she promises you a loan that it will get pushed through. I can think of one instance specifically where she busted her butt to make sure that that loan got through. And I am a person who truly appreciates loyalty, and so I appreciate that Dawn is willing to work hard for us. But anyway, the reason that I have Dawn here today is I've received several questions from potential clients or just people who have questions in general about the loan process, the home buying process, and I thought that this would be a great opportunity to kind of share all of those answers with you. They're pretty general questions, and so I just felt like it would be helpful to everyone if we went ahead and did that. Excellent. Great answer. Thanks. All right, question number 2 out of the 4 that we have. This comes from Mike and Melissa, and this is something that's kind of near and dear to my heart as a former Marine and obviously a veteran. I'm glad to get this question, and I'm really excited to be able to answer it for people today. So Mike and Melissa say, I'm a veteran and I want to use my VA loan, but I have no idea where to begin. Can you give me some guidelines? Dawn.
VA loans are the best loans that we have.
Okay.
For a couple of reasons. Number one, they are 100% loan to value. You do not have to have any down payment whatsoever.
Nice.
And there's no monthly PMI.
Awesome.
So it gives affordability for the monthly payment. There is an upfront fee, a one-time upfront fee, very similar to how FHA is structured. But the loans are fantastic. And a lot of people stress out because, I don't know where my eligibility certificate is. I don't know any of this stuff. How do I get all of this?
That was our question. We have no idea where to find that.
Your mortgage person should be able to get everything for you.
Okay.
And the only documentation that you need, in addition to all of your pay stubs and things, is a DD-214 if you are out of the military. If you are currently in the military, you don't even need to supply that. Okay. The other thing, too, that's very interesting to note is if you have any type of disability from the military, that upfront PMI is waived completely. Okay. So
no, that's interesting because I thought it was at 20% disability or more.
It is.
Okay, so 20% disability or more, and that fee is waived.
Yep.
Okay, excellent.
Yep. Okay. And the VA does things just a slight bit different on what we call debt to income ratio. So what they do in a conventional loan is they take your gross income, multiply that by a percentage, and that's what your total debt cannot be more than. Okay. The VA goes a little step further, and they take your net income minus what they consider expenses and daycare, and they kind of back it out because they don't want to get their veterans in a situation where they, even though it says on paper someone can afford a house, but if they're paying exorbitant daycare expenses and other things, they're not going to want to put a veteran into a house that he or she can't afford. Sure. And it is very good to shop around. If you call a loan officer and say, have you done VA loans in the past? How many have you done? Absolutely. What is your company's experience with helping me get this certificate of eligibility? Do you know how to multiply it by 4 to find out what I'm really eligible for? And there's a little things that the lenders do behind the sidelines that you never see. But if you don't have a company who's familiar with the product, it's going to just drag out a little longer and take them longer to figure out what they need to do to catch up to speed. Right. But definitely that would be a question that I would ask is, are you familiar with the VA guidelines? Because they are excellent loans. And if you already have a VA loan, VA offers a streamlined process, which is a piece of cake. You supply nothing, and you get to streamline your interest rate down to the lowest possible rate. So if you currently have a loan anywhere over 4.5% to 5%, you should definitely call someone because you should be able to streamline with no appraisal, no income, no nothing, down to the 3.5% or 3.75% or whatever today's rates are.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding at all.
Well, Dawn, I might need to call you to get my house refinanced. We refinanced a couple years ago, and I'm certain that it's more than 4.5%.
Yes, you should. I think 3.5%, 3.75% is today's 30-year rate. So.
Well, I will be making an appointment with you shortly. Okay. Excellent. Thank you for that information. I love it.